Hey, what's up, everybody? This is at the Real Mr. Musics. We're here again, Musics to the Ear, and this young lady is back and in full effect. We've been trying to do this for a little bit. Shit, what is going on? What what just happened? What just really happened? What?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
All right. What's up, everybody? This is at the Real Mr. Musics here again with Musics to the Ear, and we're here with Keish. How you doing, Keish?
I'm doing all right.
We're fire. We're good, and we've been trying to do this for a little bit, but we've been getting haltered because she's been traveling to other planets, and and due to that fact, I had to wait until she had to land back. Now she's landed, and we are here again. How's your day going?
It's going good. It's funny, but it's going good.
It's funny, but it's going good. Well, I appreciate you coming onto the podcast, and this I'm okay with how it's looking through OBS because the way that I have it recording is like it's just catching what's going on here, and this is gonna be on live, but I'm gonna take it off this live because it's not for Mr. Music's. This is for my, you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, have you been looking at the media lately? Like, what is the most? I want to see if you probably are on the same wave and have been seeing what I've been seeing. But what in the media has been driving you insane? Like, that's so consistent that doesn't make sense, but it just keeps happening, other than the president not being able to talk.
I don't know. I feel like it's so many things, but for sure that Brittany Griner stuff has been heavy. The girls who made a little TikTok video about everything is just that whole situation. Oh, who going over there? Dennis Rodman. Like it's a lot.
Dennis
It's a lot.
Rodman?
Yeah, he's gonna go over there and try to, negotiate getting her home or whatever. So yeah, it's to me, it's just
I didn't
unraveling, getting
I
crazy.
didn't know that.
Yep.
I
Dennis
didn't
Rodman said he's gonna go talk to him. They supposed to be cool. So he's like he's going over there with hopes to bring her home. So we shall see.
Yo, if Dennis Rodman brings her back home, he's the next president. He has to be. He has to be. Because there's a black woman vice president and she's not even lifting a little of a finger to help that girl.
Nope.
That is insane. But I was trying to understand why they would give her 9 years for it. And then I was a little taken aback because I was like, damn, 9 years? Why? But then I'm realizing, like, all right, New York is New York. They have their weed pens. They have what they smoke. They have that. You're going to come to my country, right? You're going to come to my country. Take my, I don't know if it's the weed from their country or not, but this is what I'm thinking to help me understand why is it so hard to get her back. She takes a weed pen from Russia. You are not trying to export our shit to the United States. So I'm thinking like there's a little bit of beef already. Why
Hmm.
would you try to take our chemicals overseas so they could get as better? Because I know there's weed in Russia. There got to be weed in Russia. It's impossible that nobody's smoking in Russia.
Okay, weed in Russia.
They have to be. It's impossible if they're not smoking weed in Russia. So she's trying to export their ingredients to the United States. She's probably not a cook, chef, or whatever, but I know the pro Russian people probably don't want their formulas overseas. So the 9 years
Mm.
is a little price to pay for trying to export our joint. But it's horrible. It's a horrible thing that happens. It's a horrible thing
It
to
is.
happen. I can't
Mm-hmm.
believe why. it's so hard that I thought that if we have a lady vice president, that all this would be better.
Mm.
So, what do you think
No.
about that?
I just think that's a little harsh. 9 years is a bit harsh. Um, they should have just turned over to the U.S. But like everybody's saying, it's just politics. They trying to make it. Russia's trying to trade who they want for her, and yeah, it's crazy. I think that's 9 years is a lot for not even a lot of weed. Like I don't even know how much he had. Like what, like a half a gram or something? I don't even know.
It
What?
was a
How much does a
pen.
pen hold? Like yeah, like a half a gram. Like
Yeah,
maybe even less. I've seen some with like 0.3 grams. So
yeah.
it's just crazy.
And like she's an athlete, and like I don't know if she's playing the girl card now because she's in Russia.
Mm.
I know in New York, she's
Oh.
like, listen, I'm a girl, but listen, I'm a gangster girl. Now over there, it's like, listen, I'm a girl. What are y'all doing? 9 years?
I don't know.
I'm trying to have a family. Really?
But she pleaded guilty, so I don't know what you know what I mean. I don't know what she was thinking about doing that,
She
but
pleaded
that's what it is.
guilty?
Yep, it is what it is,
How they made
or
her
whatever.
plead guilty?
Oh, they had her on film saying she did on her own, so I don't know. They probably was starving her for 4 or 5 days to make her say that too, but who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
The world is getting more crazy. You see this guy, Andrew Tate?
Mm.
You haven't seen him pop up on your feed?
No.
Oh snap! Wow, he's gonna pop up on your feed now since I said his name.
He
Like
probably is.
it'd be weird as shit. This Andrew Tate dude. They banned him off of all social media platforms. All.
What did he do? What did he do?
He's trying like from what I've been seeing, right? I may get canceled for this, but fuck it. From what I've been seeing, he is actually trying to make men better men and not fall victim to the unaccountability of some women.
Oh.
And because, some people there's some people that will have excuses for men right now. And men right now are being blamed for so much that it's turning into a situation where it's emasculating men a little bit, and it's
Mm.
making men try to revert to their feminine state so they could be able to talk like coherently to the opposite sex. So there's this question that's going around, right? I got this from Just Pearly Things. If a man is able, if a woman is able to have an abortion,
Mm.
is a man able to have a financial abortion?
What they mean by that financial abortion?
Like the same way you could say you don't want the kid because be better for you to abort the kid. Can the man say it would be better for him to not financially help the kid?
Okay.
No, I'm asking your
Okay.
opinion. I'm asking your opinion. It's not a fact. It's just a
So,
question that's been going on.
so, I feel like that a man can do that. Like, if he goes to court and give up his parental rights,
Mm-hmm.
then he don't have a financial responsibility at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you can do that, give up your parental rights, but people, some people don't. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like it is. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep in a rabbit hole, but I believe men can do that if they decide. Listen, I mean, I don't even know. I guess I gotta have a good reason, but you can go and give up your parental rights. I've known women who had other relationships and the baby daddy or father of the child wasn't in the child's life, and she asked him, just give up your rights and let my boyfriend adopt him. And they do.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it's something they can do, but I'm pretty much sure it's a fight. If they don't, like, if the girlfriend isn't like, hey, just give up your rights, and then I got somebody, my boyfriend want to adopt him and be his dad, blah, blah, blah. But it's something that they could do.
I mean, because what she was saying on her channel was that women have so many choices of conception. Like, they have abortion, they have adoption, they have Plan B, they have tube side. But men, if they do it, even if they were to go to jail, they still have to pay child support. Like, it starts racking up. There's no way for a man to actually get a financial abortion because the woman could go to the court by herself and get him on child support, and then they just garnish his wages. So what she was just on the street asking these people these questions, and it's crazy how irate some people be getting over this situation. It's just the double standard that's scary for the future.
Yeah, and I have male friends who have females that they pay child support for. And I'm like, but listen, Linda, listen. You have to sit back sometimes and watch people, like, date them for a while before you decide to be, I don't know, trust them enough to give them a child. You know what I mean? Or go half on a baby. You know what I mean? Like, you got to sit back and watch people and date them for a while, you know? Because I've known guys that be like, oh, she crazy, but you dated her. Did you not see that? Like, the crazy not going to come out. The thing is, you ain't wait long enough to see it. Give your relationship some time to mature. You know what I mean? Sit back and watch her, and then watch her some more, and then watch it. And for the girls, too, same thing. Watch him and watch him and watch him before, you know what I mean, let that lust come in, and now, you got a child with somebody who you ain't want to have a child with at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot to, you gotta remember, it's gonna be, once this person get pregnant, it's 18 years. That ain't no, okay, she pregnant, goodbye. You gotta kind of think about all that when you have any relationships. You know what I mean?
Okay, so do you put it on the men or mostly the women?
I give it the 50-50 because I tell women the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my baby. But listen, you was with him. You dated him. You knew how he was. Now you pregnant for him. You know what I mean? I never take a side. I'm like Jiminy Cricket. I sit on your show. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask for it. I literally tell my friends, I'm like, yo, if you don't want my opinion, don't ask for it. But this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, for people who have one night stands, that's different. But still, like, it's so much going on out here, with that kind of stuff. It's 50-50. I'm never going to sit and, talk to my girlfriends and bash the baby daddy. Like, girl, you decided. You know what I mean? Like, I know couples that have 3 kids already had another baby, and we had an oops baby. No. Let's back that up.
Wait. Wait, hold on. Wait, they explained to you that their kid is an oops baby?
Yeah, it's an oops baby. I'm like, no. Let's clear this up right now. Did you know she wasn't on birth control? Yeah. Did he know you wasn't on birth control? Yeah. Then y'all was making a baby. It's no oops baby. If you know you're not on birth control, you know he not on birth, he ain't getting snipped and you went on birth control, and y'all doing them things, y'all just made a baby. Don't call it an oops baby. I told him that shit.
That is so foul. That is foul to call your baby a oops baby. Like, busting the nut is like oops. Like, oops.
That just happened.
Like, listen, there's safety measures. Because I feel like all of the gripe that's happening is man's fault. Because right now they're being so emasculated that they don't know how to think. So they're just doing whatever they're being told by, I want a grandbaby, you better do it. And then they do it. Like, just, they're not even thinking of, like, the future or the woman's future, and like, because I've been. Listen, I want to ask you a question. Have you said any? Listen, I'll ask you a question, right? And I'm gonna go on it. Have you ever asked somebody just to do something wild during the altercation? You know what I mean?
The interaction.
Yeah, during the interaction, right? The interaction slash altercation, because y'all fighting, y'all beating something up, right? During the fighting and the altercation, do you say something that you really didn't mean, but you just wanted to say it?
I don't know. Let me think about the altercation. Altercation. I don't think I say like crazy stuff. Like what? Like I don't know.
Listen.
Maybe, but nothing too crazy.
All right, let me give you an idea. When I was in high school, I was dating this girl, and during the time we were doing it in my house while mom was at work,
Damn.
cause come on, chill, chill. So, so at this time prior, I've done it before, so I had a scare, but it was like we found out that she had some ovarian thing, so she couldn't. But thank God now she can have a kid. She has a kid. She's married and all that shit. So I'm so happy for her. But other than that, she's not the first one. She's just the first one to do it. But I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from that first. So while we was in the interaction slash altercation, right, we're getting it done, and she whispers to me, yo, leave it in. Right? And I'm like, yo, I'm wearing a condom. So I'm like, okay. It's just like, take it off. And
Levels.
yo, there's levels to this shit. She said, take it off. And I'm like, no, what you mean? She's like, you love me? I love you. Right? I was like, yeah, I love you, of course. She's like, yeah, all right, you love me, I love you, so like, just leave it in, take it off. So in my head, I'm just like, all right, let me just appease this, but not do it. So while I'm stroking, I take out the last stroke, and it hurt a little bit, but I did it. I took the elastic, and I just snapped it on my shit like, pop, like I took it off. So, so I go, pop, and I'm like, and then I keep going. I said, boom. Now we end off, cause like I do my thing in the bottom, and I'm like, hold each other a little bit. Then I get up to wash myself off. Then I peek out the bathroom. Shorty is in turmoil. She's like stressing, and I'm like, what? Why is she stressing so much? And like, so I go back in the bathroom, I wash my hands, and I come out, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong? She's like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What do you mean? What? What do you mean? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna. Oh my God, did you not? Did you finish inside me? And I was like, nah, I didn't listen to you. I just kept going. I snapped it on my shit, and she's like, oh, thank you. Oh God. And after that, I knew, like, my first lesson was like, during that time, y'all be saying some shit that y'all don't even mean. But this guy trying to appease you and make this the most perfect moment for both of y'all, he's gonna listen. So she's like, smack me as hard as you can. She don't mean that. She means just smack me. Smack me. But she just wants to smack me as hard as you can. And it's like, no, you're trying to go to sleep or you trying to stay awake for this situation. Like so like that's what I meant. So do y'all be saying well, I just needed a confirmation. I have never asked another woman this question. It's either it wasn't that it wasn't that like, you know what I mean? For you to say ratchet shit, or it was just like cool and it was just like for the moment and what needed to be done. You know what I mean? Cause I know y'all be saying wow shit.
Some people do say some wild shit, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess it's like in the moment. I don't know. Like like people thinking with their genitals, you know, and not thinking with their brain.
I feel like you cap. You cap. I know you said some stuff. You said something.
I mean, not that dumb, not that shit, but I might say some dumb shit, but not that. Okay.
Wow. I be feel like it'd be the most wildest thing. It's like you be trying to test the force y'all can take during this. The second time, right? Maybe this will help you, right? The second time this happened was just like we're making stuff happen. We're in the midst of it, and she just says, "Punch me in my face."
Not in the face.
I'm like, here? Like in my head, I'm doing like, punch me in my face. So, like, in my head, I'm thinking about all the, like, when I was younger, the movies I used to see. And I'm like, I've never seen somebody Hawk punch some. I've never seen it. So I don't think it's possible. So in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna see her reaction to the cockback, right?
Right.
So we going through, and I'm like, her eyes closed for a little bit, but when she opened it, I do the cockback, and I do the right, and I stop like right like here, and I go right. It's like, and I'm like, you did not want to be punched in the face. You did not want to be punched in the face. You just saying stuff to get you crazy. So I guess you're the exception to the rule because they're going insane out here in these streets.
Definitely, it's a no for me. I can't be doing that crazy stuff like that. Like no.
I don't know. Shit be happening.
I get it in the moment. I get it
in the moment, but
it's not.
I feel like that's why I feel like it's every guy's fault. If that's why he has to pay whatever child support, whatever because you know the power of your ooze. So it's like I developed a 4-prong system to beating raw, but it's a system that you have to follow to the T. If you don't follow it, then you will have a child.
Wow, seems complicated.
It's not. No, you don't have to think about it, because it's not what you have to think about. It's what he has to think about. Because it's either he's thinking about your future, or his future, or just the future altogether. Because some motherfuckers don't even think about the future. It's just be right now. Like, yes.
Yeah.
And then like 6 months later, they're like, yo, something happened. You're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, that happened. Word? I didn't know. Like, yes, you did. I only did that one time in high school with that same chick that I was talking about. That one time, and I've never done it again. Barnabas has been my best friend forever. A whole container. I'm not doing that. That shit feels
That's so funny.
amazing. It's so weird how amazing it feels, bro. Like I still remember it from 17, bro. 17 years old. I'm in my 30s, bro, and I still fucking feel I still remember it. Like
Well,
and to do that again, it would have to be like on purpose. Like, there's motherfuckers that are addicted to that feeling. That's why they be having so much kid on kid on kid. I always be like, how the fuck they be having? Until I did that shit. Yo, that's disrespect. It's like it takes your whole soul. You're like, is she sucking me in? It's like,
oh my god.
am I going in her body right now? It's like, it's not. That's not something to mess with. That's something. That's how you know it's sacred, and it's like really something that you just gotta.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you follow that retention situation. That's why men need to follow
Right.
that retention situation because it's not about you during that time. It's about the lady who's been giving you good advice, good vibes, chilling, cooking, cleaning, and you're like, oh, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
You do anything extra after that, you're just wilding. Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know what guys get out of that. You know, I don't have that anatomy, so I don't know how I feel. But you know, from the way you describe it, I guess it's fucking amazing. I don't.
Listen. It must. You know the point of Apex when y'all get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. I'm thinking that it's the same feeling of when we get the point of Apex inside. It's the same feeling, but we only feel it one time. Y'all be feeling it as long as the situation is going on for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all get like 4, 5, 10, 6 of them shits. Niggas gotta be meticulous about the one. So it's like, is this wild important? Cause like, why is it I only get one? She get like 17. It's like it must be to congratulate her for being the portal to reality. And until I'm ready to create something, you need to hold that back and just congratulate her for being the manifester of life.
Right.
So that's why I've always been able to understand why the semen retention is the best thing for a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but women just love to. I don't know. Some people just love to see it completed, and some people don't like to see it completed. But listen. I just like to see the Harlem Shake. When you do your Harlem Shake, like 4 or 5 times, Harlem shaking, I'd be like, I'm good. I'm good.
Good job.
I'm good.
I did that. Hold on, pat on the back.
One time, yeah, dude, just and then she go to sleep. I'm like, yeah, let me get to work. Cause you let go, you sleeping right next to her, nigga. Just focus. You did what you had to do, and move accordingly.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But there was this other topic that I wanted to talk about with nah, that's too controversial. I ain't even where I'm at yet to even get that controversial. But damn, I think I'm about to go there. What do you think about? Oh man, it's so crazy how censorship is fucked up the way people talk. Like, I should be able to just say this as my opinion and ask this question, but it's so difficult because you're like, are they gonna cancel me? Wow. but the push of trans kids.
Oh Lord,
I
we
know
gonna get canceled.
we gonna get canceled, bro. Oh my god! I just want to know the opinion because it's like everybody is happy about it, and like, and if okay, you know, kid, what do you think? What do you think?
I mean, so my thing is this. Years ago, when my daughter is about to be 15. This was when she was like in the second or third grade.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little boy that was transitioning,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody in the school had to know about it, have to be real sensitive to it, but it was a process, and he was still a kid. So it wasn't like, nowadays you see these little teenagers and they be wearing like the small skirts, the crop tops. Like, okay, you're gonna transition, but do it at your age.
Mm-hmm.
Stay at your age level. You know what I mean? Like I saw a video of what's his name? The little boy Wade, the basketball player's son.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, she walking through, the skirt is inches off and showing her butt, and she's what, 15? I don't know. I just feel like stay in your age. You're transitioning, and let your child transition at the age they are.
Yeah.
Stop making them wear like stuff as if they 20 and 25. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a bit much. But back to my daughter's school anyway. They did that. My daughter didn't know any better. You know what I mean? She didn't know any better, and it's like I feel like they had a whole big thing about it. Everybody got to be comfortable. Like my kid, like I don't even know what's going on. So. It does create, some issues with some of the children who don't know. Like, you see this trans child, they don't understand it, but now you're educating a second grader, and they still don't understand. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because in Florida now they're teaching sex ed, but with the same gender in class. In classes of pre-K and if a kid don't even know what they want to eat in the morning, what makes you think that they know what they're gonna be for the rest of their lives? Because you could ask a kid right now, what do you want to be, an astronaut? Or some kind of grandiose thing that they want to be. But when you ask them when they're 18, they're like, oh, I want to be something that makes money. Just something, whatever that makes money. So because there was this story, there's this movie out now by this guy. He's on YouTube. I forget his name, but it's called What is a Woman? Right. And nobody would answer him on what is a woman. And it was to the point where the apprehension to the idea was so aggressive that explaining what a woman is was homophobic and transphobic. So it's a scary world when you think about it, because it's like we can't even have open dialogue without thinking about cancellation. And I didn't even think people who ain't shit could get canceled, but people who ain't shit could get canceled too. They shadow ban you. They shadow ban you. It'd be the only way you could get popping if you already had a circle that already forwards your stuff and lets people see your thing. But other than that, you're stuck in a circle of like people with the same ideals, but they really don't believe it, but they believe it just to be a part of the circle. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like people do that. I feel like people really want to tippy-toe around the subject because a lot of people trying to, have that cancel culture, and I don't think that's fair. I think we all should really have our own opinions on it and just let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Everybody's opinion what they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone got one,
Everyone got one.
and it's been like this forever. So,
Mhm.
like, why are you so mad about something that's somebody's opinion and nobody says it's a fact? It's
Mhm.
just how they feel. So, and people are entitled to feel how they how they feel. You know?
Yeah, it's they're taking the okayness of being a person that can just talk about how they feel to the point. What I'm realizing is the only people that could get canceled is the people who have social media as their livelihood.
Yeah.
Like, but with this Andrew Tate guy, he's already a millionaire. Claims to be a deca millionaire, deca trillionaire, whatever. But he has enough money to where when they banned him from all his social media sites, he's just existing, but still his content is being spread through social media over and over. But I really don't see anything wrong with the guy, but they'll probably say just cuz you're a dude. Like of course you're not going to see it. You like his misogynistic ideals and he wants guys to have standards and boundaries and guys should not have standards and boundaries. They should be able to do whatever the person tells them to do. And it's like as a man, you should have standards and boundaries because a woman won't respect you if you have no standards and boundaries. And
Mm-hmm.
not talk about like standards and boundaries that's like aggressive or some shit that's gonna make you violent, but standards and boundaries to know that you can say something to this person and know that if you do this, it's gonna affect me this way, and I don't want that in my future life. You should be able to say that as an adult man.
Mm-hmm.
But they're throwing this ideal around that people don't take accountability. Not people, women.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what do you think about that? Do women take accountability or don't take accountability?
Um, I guess it depends on the situation. I mean, I feel like
That's usually the answer.
when, yeah, I feel like, yeah, listen, am I taking accountability in answering this question? Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, I mean, I feel like it depends on the situation, you know? Like, I feel like women try to take on the accountability, but maybe they never learned, you know, what parts they should take on and which parts they shouldn't. The same thing with men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe they should take responsibility, but they don't know, or
Mm-hmm.
accountability, but they don't know, you know, which one is the, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just this thing that we
I mean, because
we have to go through.
taking accountability is like a man's thing. Like a man has to take accountability. If he doesn't take accountability, then his life will be in turmoil. Like he has to take accountability for the child he has. He has to take accountability for funding the child. He has to take accountability for the emotional stability of the person that he is dealing with. He has to take accountability for making sure that he is in a home and stable. But the accountability from what I've seen on the other end is men have to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like listen, why aren't you more sweeter? Men got to be more sweeter. No, we don't. No, we don't. Like we just should not touch you, like with these. Like, but in all actuality, men should not be was like we should be sweet, like to a point. But when the monsters come, what is sweet gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe the monsters like sweets. I
The
don't.
monsters like sweet. The
You
monster's
never
like,
got.
baby, yo, Keys, come
Oh,
here.
not. No, I don't know about
Yo,
that, but
just imagine me, you in the house, monsters come knocking on the door. And I'm like, oh shit, Keys, you be doing that fitness shit. Help me, please. Ah! What are you
the
gonna
monster might just look at you and be like, "Why ain't gonna hurt me? A little sweet, you know? He's a
Nah.
little sensitive."
Monsters is monsters. Monsters is monsters. Monsters are monsters. So, would you rather a guy that knows how to handle a weapon, knows how to handle a sword, is strong, or a person that is sweet, that um doesn't doesn't fight and is feeble? Like
Um,
like you
I
want.
don't know. I don't think I should. I don't think I don't know. You know, because we get that fight or flight in us,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't matter if that man knew how to use a gun or a sword. If it's fight or flight, he gonna
If
do something. He gotta pick up his shoes.
if it's fight or flight and he flighted on your ass, right? Are
Ain't
y'all
never
still
gonna get
together?
no.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, it's
Never.
they want men to be emotional now and express all the time and talk to me, but it's cap. You don't really want me to
I mean,
tell you how I feel because if you know how I feel, then you know how I feel and you won't feel stable. And you're like, yo, this nigga is not strong. Like he's
I,
he
I,
is
I don't
mentally
know.
weak.
So if it comes to fighting, that's a different thing. Like if somebody come at us and you push me in front of you, yeah, it's a situation. But like to be honest, like I've met a lot of men who are sensitive. Nobody got dated,
Mhm.
but I mean to the point where
Wait, that you've
they real
dated?
like
Oh,
not. I
okay.
mean
Sorry.
I've dated guys. I wouldn't say soft or anything, but like that express themselves. You know, like
Oh,
literally like listen. You know, I feel like there's a difference. You know, something's different between us and our relationship. That kind of stuff
okay.
when I'm, you know, when I'm dating somebody or when you're in a relationship or when you're talking to somebody, that if that's considered sweet, then that's exactly what I want.
Mhm.
I don't want nobody to be like, you know what, she changed up, I'm gonna change up. Like that's that's tit for
Yeah.
tat. It's like if you feel the way and you come to me like, listen, I feel this way, I feel ignored, I feel,
Hmm.
you're not being transparent. That type of sweet,
Hmm.
that's fine with me. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate a man who will say, listen, I don't know what's going on with you, but things have changed. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
But damn, you're just the exception. Like that don't be happening. That don't be happening. Like you're just the exception to the rule. Like what the difficult part of expressing to your significant other or somebody that you care about is like there's a degree of what they can take. If you don't know the
Mm-hmm.
degree of what they can take, you can't express. Like there's some people that can take that I had a hard day at work and they'll probably rub my back. But if I say I got into a fist fight with somebody that was disrespecting me, you wouldn't know how to process that. You'll just be like, "Oh, he's just being an aggressive man," and or you just. But what you're supposed to say out your mouth is just the same thing as if I had a hard day. It's the
Right.
same thing. It's just I just got into a fist fight this time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be able to be yourself from
Hmm.
the beginning to the end. So you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to be like some, stick in the mud and then later, oh, this is really me. You should be able to feel comfortable in your relationship with who you with. You should be
Hmm.
able to be yourself. So if you're in that type of relationship, if I come home and if you come home and you have a bad day, you already know, like, okay, Keisha don't know how to deal with this type of situation because it's not something that, she do. But
Yeah.
she'll listen and she'll say, I'm sorry that happened to you. I can't really relate. I can't really give you no advice on that, but I'm sorry it happened to you. That's how that's how you know you're in a healthy relationship because okay, like, oh, Keisha don't like going to funerals because she can't handle it and she gonna cry all day. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, I'm going to my funeral. If you want to come and sit in the lobby, you know what I mean. As long as you trying to support that person, whatever
Hmm.
they're going through, you know what I'm saying. And I think that's a good relationship. Even if you can't really do it, like you're not emotionally available to cry for somebody, or
Yeah.
you emotionally you can't fight with that person because you like, listen, I know you want to argue, but I can't, and I can't. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I think relationship, you should just always be able to be yourself 100% of the time, maybe 110% of the time. And that person should accept you as you are,
I do.
even with your shortfalls Or just don't be together.
Just don't be together. Because I feel like people just are scared of being alone so much that they just say, oh, okay, there's a red flag, red flag, red flag. But they do this, they do that, they do that.
Right.
So it's okay. Like, and they
Or
don't
or they
stand up.
we right, or we've been together for so many years, and we started off as just been friends with benefits, and then we moved into this relationship, but maybe we moved into it too fast, and now I want to go back to being friends with benefits, but I know she don't want to do that because I know her, and you just stay in something that you don't really want to be in and just continuously hurting each other. So it's like, at some point you got to sit down and have that talk, like, listen, we might have jumped the gun. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the other person will be mad, but it's like, I don't want, I can't do it, So it's just all about, what our relationship was from the beginning and communication.
It always goes back to that tit for tat shit that you just said. Like, once a man feels that, like, it's so fucked up. We do the tit for tat, but we just do it to see if you give a fuck. Like, when men do the tit for tat shit, like, we could easily choose to not do the tit for tat shit and just go find somebody else to deal with. But when we really fuck with you and it's like, oh, word? Oh, I'm gonna let you see how this feels. And then we try it. But y'all are just like, it's easy. Like, you could make a nigga burn with the smallest shit. You could just post one picture of you in an area that I know that you and your ex-boyfriend used to be at all the time and shit. You'll just post that shit. And then like, wow, that just burn even worse. Like, but sometimes that tit for tat shit usually comes from when men try to express themselves. Ooh, your nails was nice. Put it to the camera.
Oh, thank you. I need a sub, but thank you.
Okay, heard you. But yeah, that tit for tat shit usually comes when, like, a man, like, let's see, if a man asks you for something, right? Not, I'm trying to think of something that's not crazy. Okay, if a man went to ask you to grab him a pen, right? Go grab me a pen real quick. And I lost the train of thought. What do you think about it? I had a good one, but it just disappeared because I'm trying not to get canceled. And like, you see how it's fucked up? It blew my mind because the first thing I was gonna say, it just dissipated because I was like, that's OD. But how do you feel about it? Fuck it. I can't do it. Like, I can't do this. Like, I have to be. For you to be a person that's on social media, you have to have your own altogether. You have to have millions in the bank. You have to be already established, because if you want to be free and say what you want to say, the only way you could say it is if you really don't give a fuck. Like I give a fuck about social media because this is about my career and what I want to do.
Right. You just don't give a damn. You got your own platform. People following you on whatever platform you on.
Yeah.
And you don't give a damn. And people are going to continue. Kind of like, what's that guy name that passed away? Kevin something. Samuels. Kind of like him.
Samuels.
You know? They were saying, and then later after he passed, all his skeletons fell out the closet. I'm saying, busted out the door.
But speaking on Kevin Samuels, right? God rest his soul. Cause listen, that man, he started. Stay with me here, right? Like, you already is like what he do, like listen, he started trying to empower men to be better, just like this Andrew Tate guy is doing. Like, he was trying to empower men to have standards. And the video came out recently that surfaced where he said, listen, I will guarantee, he's talking about men in this video, but he was like, listen, I don't get that much views on this, right? But guaranteed, if I start talking about women and how they need to change it, like I start riffing about women, watch how my numbers go up. And like a month or 4 months later, he became Kevin Samuels out there. So that just goes to the idea is like, why do you want to hate somebody that wants to make men better?
No, but I should start interviewing guys.
Huh?
I should start interviewing guys.
You should. You should. You have the mental capacity for it. You have the capacity to not like always say in every other sentence, but men too, but men too, but men too, but men too, right? It's like that's how people talk now. It's like we never say, but women do too. Like we don't say that. It's just we just accept it and go through life. So like, listen, you start talking to dudes and you start getting the opinions of watch your numbers go crazy. Watch your numbers go crazy. I'm telling you, it's something that is wanted. It is needed. It is searched for. To hear a woman talk about the plight of men is amazing because they equate what white men did during slavery when black men were slaves, right? They're equating the same freedoms that they had, those white men, to what we didn't have. And now we have the same freedoms. You're just mixing all men into this oppressive, misogynistic state? Like, why? Like, it's like, we were getting married during slavery. We were still trying to develop the nuclear family even under those conditions. But the white man was oppressing the black woman as well as the woman in his home, taking all the rights away from her. And all this stuff starts to happen. But now we're in 2022 and a man with standards, especially a black man with standards, is looked at as misogynistic, a woman hater. Because the misogynistic means you hate women. That's the definition of misogyny. Like, I physically hate you. Like, I can't even look and touch, talk to you. So to label somebody misogynistic is a very strong term. And some people who do label people misogynistic don't even understand the definition of it.
Yeah. I mean, I know men who lump women in all the categories. And then, like, for advice, and then lump me in there. I'm like, oh, pause.
Nah.
You don't lump me. Don't try to lump every woman in there with your bad experience. You know, it's like soon he's going to become, you know, hating women. You know, it's like sometimes, you know, you got to think, why? You know, like one guy told me, he went out with this girl, he bought all her drinks, and then she was like, well, I'm going to leave, you know, and he like, let me walk you to your car. And she like, I don't want you to walk me to my car. And he was mad. Like, why can't I walk you to your car? She like, why does it matter? You know what I mean? And then she like, just call me when you get home. Well, he insisted on walking her for like another 5 or 10 minutes, making her feel uncomfortable, but not thinking in his mind, like, yo, I'm messing up my own opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And then was like, on some junk, like, and then she put me on, like, I guess when he tried to text or whatever, she must have blocked him or something. Like, but you don't understand why she blocked you? Like, you basically forced yourself to walk, forced her to do something that she, you know what I mean, didn't want to do, and you don't see the logic. This is your first date with her and you're tripping, you know? So it's just, and, you know, and he's like, you know, y'all women, oh, no, baby, I'm not, we didn't want to date. You want to date with.
I honestly feel like if she didn't like him, she shouldn't have took the first drink.
Right.
You feel me? Like with guys, it's time. With women, it's attention. That's the difference. That's one of the difference between us. We want to give you our time in hopes that we may get the prize, which is you. But if you think about sex in its totality, it's all about pleasing you. And it's total. Like if you listen, if you figure it out, you can tell a dude, listen, eat me out first. If he don't do that, then kick him the fuck out. But I'm just saying, if you could tell him, do that, you do that, you get yours, and then he starts doing what he do, he suck. It don't matter, you got yours, but you're making it work. It's all for you. Like
Right.
during all the drinks I got you all those drinks just to see that we can talk easily, to let you see that I don't want you to pay for no drinks. I just got you these drinks and just me being able to walk you to the car, to not look like a sucker that just got all these drinks taken from him and you leave. Like, that's a little fucked up. I know there's security outside the club. I'm not gonna do nothing. That person can't do nothing to you. But I got you all of these drinks. We had great conversation. Let me walk you to the car like a gentleman. Let me walk you to the car so you can experience something that you've never experienced before. Or maybe you have, who knows. But let me walk you to the car. At least if I could walk you to the car, I know that I can futurely hit, maybe. But if you're like, I don't need you to walk into my car. You didn't like me this whole time, but you just took all these drinks?
See, I mean, but that's a part of dating, though. You know
It's
what I mean?
not a part of dating.
That's,
It's a double standard. That's a double standard. Then you
that's
should
a
be
part.
able to buy me drinks too.
Right. Now,
But who do that?
If you're the kind of guy that's like, listen, this is our first date, or it's not a date, we're going to go Dutch because we just cool. Like when I go on my homeboys, we go Dutch.
But that's
Our own drink.
homeboys. That's that homeboys. I'm
Right.
talking about dating. You going out
Right.
with somebody.
I have not paid for any drinks going on a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this the thing. It's a thin line between being a gentleman and coming off a little weird. Like if you say, well, let me walk you to my car, and I say, well, you know, that's a nice gesture, but I can walk myself. You know what I'm saying?
Why would
Then
you do? Why are you distancing me?
Maybe she
I
paranoid.
spent
Maybe she,
how many
like,
drinks?
I'll go-
How many drinks she had? I'm sorry for over talking you. I'm sorry. Continue.
I don't know. I don't know exactly. It wasn't. I know it wasn't a lot because he's not the type of dude that you be out there popping bottles.
I
You know what
know, but if I'm like, if how you was dressed going back to your high school reunion, and we're talking at a date, and like them things is moving out, like, and like I'm getting, and like I'm coming to you, automatically know I see all of that. You automatically know what I'm here for. So if I'm off, you want a drink? Nah, I'm cool. Thank you. I don't want to waste your time because I am cool. Cause I don't need you to buy me drinks, and I don't need you to walk me to my car. But that wasn't established. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, buy me drinks. Okay, yeah, another one. Okay, another one. Okay, another one. All right, thank you. And okay, let me walk you to the car. Oh, I'm trying to be sweet. Oh no, that's creepy. How? There's cameras everywhere. There's guys everywhere. People seen me with you the whole night on camera. So why? Can't you just, like, you see how it's like, I coddle your feelings, but you could just rob me, basically, and not even coddle my feelings?
See, but the thing is this, though. I mean, it's a date, right? It's not like two people that just met at the club and I'm buying drinks. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so
But if
that
you
was
like,
a date.
That was a date. He was on a
So
date.
that's even worse. Oh my god! I thought it was a dude that just walked up out of random. Oh my gosh, she's fucked up.
I did that.
She's fucked up.
I'll be like, listen, they'll come up here. Can I buy? No, I don't need your drink because I'm buying my own drink.
No. Let's go back. Let's go back. It was a date, and she didn't let him walk her to the car. So that means she knew his number. She knew his name, address, phone number. She probably told her homegirls who he was. And she still made the blatant choice to tell him, yo, I don't want you to walk me to my car. On a date? What did he say? You're not even telling me what he said. He probably, did he call her a bitch? Did he spit in her face? No, not after. Not after. During the date. During the date. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't quantify as a natural reaction to a date. Like, at least, like, let the man walk you to... And you thought that was okay for your homegirl to tell you?
Well, no, it was my homeboy telling me this. But I know him, right? He has a thing about women, right? He lumps them all in the same. So I feel like he's leaving something out.
But women do that all the time. When you talk to your homegirls, right? You go to your homegirl's house, you be like, oh, this nigga. She be like, what he do? You know what these niggas be doing. Oh, he did that? Oh, yeah. You know how niggas is. They all suck. You didn't even explain what happened. It could have been like your whole fault. You could have said some shit. You started dancing on some random dude and you let the dude touch your butt and all this random shit. And he was like, yo, why you let that dude touch your butt? I'm right here and you playing me. And then you leave, go home. You be like, oh, these niggas. What happened? I was just dancing, right? I was just dancing. And he's just possessive. He just didn't want me to dance with nobody. And you only danced with one person that fucked up the night. He didn't want me to dance with nobody. He just wanted me to stand there like a statue. And your homegirl is not going to be like, how many people did you dance with? No, she's going to be like, oh my God, you see these niggas always trying to control and manipulate us. Fuck that nigga. Throw him in the trash. And it's like, yo, the dude just had some standards. He just wanted to be on outside with, he wanted you to wind on him. But this rando dude that didn't even buy you a drink got to catch a wine, like a real wine, from you. And he didn't even buy you a drink? That's crazy. You couldn't think about that?
Look, all I know is I wasn't sure he was telling me the whole story.
He was telling you the whole story. Every man that tells you a story about another woman is telling you the whole story because he wants to understand what the fuck just happened. Did I just get finessed? Did I just get finessed? Like, he needs to... I know he told you everything. It's only women who leave out the rest, the thing that's going to make them look horrible. They leave that shit out. But men, when they're talking to other women, that's the stipulation. When he's talking to other women, he wants to know the whole thing. He'd be like, yo, listen, I went out, I bought all these drinks. I spent like blah, 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 blah dollars. I know he told you how much he spent. He said, I spent blah, 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 blah dollars. He didn't tell you? Oh, well, he probably told you how long he was there. I was probably there for like 4 or 5 hours, talking to this girl, blah, 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 giving her drinks, and I asked her, and he probably told you what he thought he probably said to fuck up the night. It was probably, I don't know, I ain't put her seat out, I don't know. And he trying to figure it out, and you just like, you looking at him like you leaving something out. And you're like, no, I am definitely not. I need to know this because she finessed me at a $95. And she even let me walk her to the car to even give me the fake feeling of like, I'm probably going to hit eventually. Why do you think these OnlyFans and these sites are popping? Because these girls be giving these guys a feeling of, we may meet eventually. We may meet sometime. Who knows? But tip me and, we may meet eventually. But if I'm sitting in front of you on a date, you can't let me feel that I may hit eventually? You just leave? Oh no. Now what did you just do to this guy? You made him an animal. She just fucked this guy up for the other girl. Do you notice what y'all be doing? You fucked up this guy. Not y'all. You know what when I say y'all, I mean a woman, not you. She said, I mean, you're a woman, but when we're talking, the reason why I talk to you is because you're not the woman that we're talking about. So it's like, this is why sometimes conversations be thrown off when it be between the opposite sex, is because when we talk, we be thinking, sometimes it be personalized. And it's like, why am I talking to you if I'm telling you about these ones that don't listen? Well, you don't have to tell me you don't listen because I'm talking to you. And that's just, it sort of gets lost in context when people are sitting right next. It's like, I'm talking to you. Do not lump yourself in the group of women that walk out after they drink 150 of my dollars. Because, he spent some shit. He got food. He got his food and her food. Her drinks. And she probably... What? You wasted my time and money? Like, I'm starting to think dates is just a job for women. It's starting to turn into a job. Like, you take me out on a date. I'm going to work this. I'm going to work this. I'm going to work this. I'll work this. Till you say something that works. And if you don't say something that works, then it's cut off and you won't even be able to walk me to my car.
Something. I don't know what happened tonight, but he was upset.
Of course he'd be upset. I don't know how you don't understand why he'd be upset.
I mean, I don't know. He was like really upset about it. But my thing is, to be honest, I'm surprised he even went on a date. Because he's not the type of dude that when he likes to go to your house straight off, he's like, so that's what I'm saying. He's got some weirdo stuff. Like,
do you not hear what you're saying? He tried. Do you not hear do you not understand why he's so pissed? Listen to what I'm saying. He was a fuckboy for a while. Then he tried his first time to not be a fuckboy. And he gets robbed.
Listen.
Oh, no. Baby, please, don't just listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Please understand. You just said that he was a nigga that's trying to go to your house straight up.
Right.
But he did what? He took a girl out for the first time, trying to try it. Try it. Let me see what she's talking about. Let me not be a dog.
It's not the first time.
Okay, no, it's not the first time.
That try to come to your house until you be like, no, let's meet here. You know what I mean? Then he'll say fine. But at the end of the day, I know him.
Is that what he did with her?
Huh?
Is that what he did with her?
Listen, he's done it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to gauge him off the plenty of times he did it. This person right here that robbed him for $172, who, like, did he meet her and was like, yo, let me take you out? Or he's been trying to beat for a while and then took her out. You don't care about when it's men, y'all don't be caring about the context, man. Oh.
He was supposed to give me the context. I was just a listening ear.
He did. This is some emotional shit. Y'all should be on it. Like, this is emotional shit. Like, my dude really tried to be a better man a couple of times. Even this is not the first time he did it. He is known to be a habitual fuckboy. Habitual. I know him. That's what you kept saying. I know him. Okay, you know him. So since you know him, you should be on this corner and be like, oh, wow, you took her out? Damn, that bitch did what? Huh? She robbed you for $245 on a date? Like, Like, it's like you're not giving me the whole context. It's the point is, you know me as being a habitual fuckboy. Why are you not holding me down when these girls is robbing me?
I know so many stories. You know what
I
mean?
know you know too many stories. That's the point. The stories
Stories
do
of,
not quantify to him trying to be opposite of the story. You know what I mean? If I'm known as a God forbid killer, right?
hmm,
And then I turn around and then I just start like I'm going to school. I'm trying to learn about public health. I'm learn like, and you can't recognize like, yo, you're doing this now. Shit, good job in your evolution. Like, cause I thought you was gonna be a fuckboy forever. I thought you was gonna be a killer forever. Like, appreciate the change. So now he's just gonna be even worse. Cause now his homegirl, who should appreciate the change that he's trying to do, is just giving him the same energy. He got robbed for $152 in the club for because you gotta think about it. He get food is 20, give or take. 15, right? She gets food 20, 15, 25 maybe because she wants the steak. And then he wants to get liquor, which is Long Island iced tea, probably 15 too. She wants a drink, which is probably some freaky ass shit that she tried when she went to Malibu, which is probably $26. And then like it starts racking up. So by that time you already spent 98.50 on this girl. And you can't even walk her to the car.
listen, I'm just saying, like he was really mad about it.
I would be mad too.
But his last thing was that she gonna go and sleep with. It wasn't. I don't even think it was about the car. I think it was like she gonna get all drunk and go sleep with somebody else. And I'm like,
that's a fact. That's a fact. She has a man. Niggas know. We know. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. We are not stupid. She didn't want him to walk her to the car because she didn't want nobody who may know her to see him walk her to the car. He knows. If she had just played the game and tried to like maneuver and kept her head down, then yeah. But she has a man. She has somebody that. So she just took the drink. Oh, you want to take me out? Oh shit! The nigga that I'm fucking is not taking me out. He's just in the house and ready for me. So yeah, take me out. Let me experience this. Take you out, experience this, and now, let me walk you to the car to make sure this 98.50 was worth it. It's like, nah, no. It's not. You just got me fucked up so I could fuck this guy without thinking about who he was fucking the day before. So, thank you, but not again. It's like, oh man. That's why dudes got to be meticulous with who they take out. You have to have long conversations with these people. Because the way they be chatting, it be some fucking.
yeah.
I really love
That's
those
not what
guys.
he do. He jumps really quick to things. You know, I'm like, you gotta get to know the. But he jumped real quick to things. So
But do you see the side? Do you see what I'm trying to say though?
Yeah, he just gotta take his time. I be telling the same thing. You know, get to know people.
He an old ass. How old is this dude?
Nah, he not old. He like in his like late 30s.
Late 30s. So, wait, early 30s means you're like 31 or 30 something.
31
So
to 35.
late
30, 35 and
is 35, 38. So he's not trying to play games no more. But he's meeting these teenage bitches with adult features. Like the woman is probably 38, but she thinks she's 24 on her TikTok. So he's dating her, thinking that something's gonna go way further than that, but it gets halted because he's still a fuckboy at heart. He hasn't worked on himself. So once he starts working on himself, he's going to find a woman that's not going to walk out on a $98 bill.
Right.
And they didn't even go Dutch. We not even 98.50. Shit. And he probably had to tip just to show out. He's like, oh, 98? It's 98.50? How much is 98? I'll just give it a whole 100. So he spent $150. He spent $100.50 on this girl to not even be able to walk her to the car. It's just nonsensical.
Yep. And mind you, said she put in my airplane mode. I'm like, she might have just blocked you.
Yo, she blocked you, bro. She doesn't want no texts and calls while she's getting rammed out. She's getting ran through right now. What the fuck? Like, I don't need to hear from you, dude. Like, I'm getting rammed out right now. No cap. And you want to hit me up to where you at right now? No, I'm with my boyfriend. Make sure you got home okay. Yo, once she left, I'm calling the cops and saying, I seen somebody car get stolen, and then call her car. I'd be like, yo, excuse me, officer, I just seen this woman get robbed. Who? Yeah, she got robbed. She left the club. I think her license plate is 324C292. Yeah, sir. Scary situation. I think she's in the back. I think she's with another guy, so I don't know what this is happening. Yo, her whole night would have been fucked up. She'd be like, and then her real boyfriend would be like, what the fuck was you doing out? And she drunk as fuck. I don't know. I just went out with my girls. No. No. You got turned up, and he called the police on you. Do you feel men should have standards? Do you feel like men should have standards?
Yeah, why not?
That sounded a little bit politically correct just now.
They definitely should have standards. They should. Yeah, they should.
So, if a girl has mad bodies, right? Like a graveyard, basically. If a girl has mad bodies, does it stop her from going after the person that she wants? No? Why?
Because, first of all, like they say, hoes be winning. But, I don't think it should stop her at all from going after the guy she wants.
Alright. But do you think...
Maybe she was young, and, you know what I mean? Maybe she was young in the beginning, didn't understand herself, you know what I mean? Didn't know her worth or whatever they say.
So do you think it's okay for a man to say that he doesn't want her because of the body she has?
I mean, if he got bodies, then no.
I mean, if he doesn't have bodies, a man is gonna have bodies because he's a man, but he's gonna have bodies. But the woman's sacred, always been, always will be, and always should be. So that is sacred. So if you got like 52 bodies, and like I'm trying to date you, but I'm in the public eye, and most of the 52 are probably in the same area that I'm at. Is it fair to accept a relationship without telling him that you have 52 bodies and they may be in the area?
I mean, like I said, if you know somebody and you're in a relationship, you know them.
Okay.
So, he should accept her with or without the bodies because, first of all, he probably got a hell of a lot more bodies than her and children. So it don't really, the body count thing is just a mental thing, you know what I mean? And that's like you not being enlightened. You're not opening up your third eye because at the end of the day, if you love somebody, you love them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It don't matter how many bodies they got. We all adults, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People do things, It don't mean that, her private part is any worse than your private part. Mm-hmm. As long as it's clean, it's healthy, and you both are two adults in love with each other, body count shouldn't matter.
Okay. But do you feel like since you given all of your prime to somebody else, would it be comfortable for the man that you're with now to take on all the responsibility of that?
I mean, I don't see what responsibility he would have to take on.
I mean,
I mean,
the only responsibility is because women think of men's future and men think of women's past. That's the two things that are like what they're saying is the visual aspect between the different sexes. So a man probably would not want. It doesn't matter how much body, but it shouldn't be like more than fucking 5.
I mean, if anything,
Unless you was like going super hard and you was just trying to really find out how that worked, then you could go like probably 10. 10, safe bet. Safe bet. But they're saying, they say the more people that, I forgot what study it was, but it's like the people who get married, no, this sounds wrong, so I'm not going to say it. But it's like, I feel like there's no blame should ever be placed on women because it's always a man's job to have the wherewithal to put his foot down and or be able to say or do the right things for both parties. But to a woman, it's like accountability is the only thing that is going viral right now. It's like nobody takes accountability. It's always like men do the same shit. It's like I have this, you have this. I have a drill, you have a hole. So you drill a hole. The drill remains a drill because it's gonna always be a drill. But the hole, you keep drilling the hole. You know what I mean? It's like a metaphor.
The hole is a muscle.
I know it snaps back. I know it snaps back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what they're saying. I'm just seeing what you think about it. I'm just saying because
they both muscles.
They both muscles because it snaps back, but this, I don't know, with time. It's always with time. Yeah. But if you keep yourself healthy and you're eating right and you're doing your Kegels, I don't think it should stop. It should stop the dexterity of the joints. I've never thought that.
That go both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways because like a man, all he got to do is clean, make sure his shit is clean, and make sure he's staying healthy enough to. He just got to be clean and not smell like shit. But the girl just got to make sure she remains tight and nice for the man she really wants.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I don't know why people make it seem like the drill causes anything. Women have babies.
Yeah.
And we break. I think we break about 50 bones just to get that baby head out of the vagina. And people are really thinking about what the penis is doing to the vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you break a bunch of bones. Like, your bones literally break on their own, separate, move, just so you can have this, 6-centimeter head and the rest of the body slide through you. And people are really thinking about what the drill is doing.
It's not the drill itself.
Never as big as, it never can be as big as a child's head.
That's a fact. I agree
with
that.
So at the end of the day, people say those things, but that's really, how you say it, genetics. Mm-hmm. The way a woman's vagina looks is genetics. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean if her labia is hanging out, that don't mean that when she was younger, her labia wasn't hanging out from the beginning.
Or somebody was sucking older. On that shit crazy.
Right, it don't mean nothing
somebody
about
was sucking on your
genetics. Shit? Yeah, and women, and sometimes even plastic surgeons want women to think like, oh, no, just because you want to make that money, you want women to come in there and change their genetics and change the way they look, or try to tighten up something or do some crazy vagina like what they make the women sit on the toilet and they lose.
I don't know.
You don't need to do none of that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just knew a girl that did that. I knew a girl that she had a chair in the corner of her house with a hole in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that chair? And she's like, nah, just sit on that shit. And it's some vaginal rejuvenation shit. It's just like a steamer. It's like there's choices. You can make choices. It's either you keep your shit or you do the exercises. That's why there's exercise. There's Kegels. There's these other stuff to keep you perfect for the person. It's not even. It's not a waste of time because don't you want the man that you're with to feel you?
No, I don't. No, he will feel me.
I mean, he will feel you, but like...
Yeah, women do Kegels. It's not because their stuff is loose. It's because they want to have the ability to open, to make it tighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's looser is
No. I'm not saying it's loose. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's ways to avoid even if you have like millions of bodies, there's ways to avoid it from turning into, you know what I mean? You have the Kegels, you have the rejuvenation stuff, you have that stuff to make sure. But some people will not think about it as like, they're like, fuck it, I'm just going to leave it as such. And if he don't like it, then fuck him.
I'm that woman. Okay. I'm not wasting my money on none of that stuff because
Kegels, you don't got to spend money on Kegels.
I'm not going to waste my time doing it. Because leaving people that
you can't do this right now.
Go to the I don't get no complaints. I don't need to do nothing extra. So
it's not you. Don't personalize it, baby.
Ain't nobody complaining about it. But at the end of the day, it's just everybody's capitalist. It's like you said. My God, I just was about to say it. People are making money off of that. Capitalizing off of it. There we go. They making money off of that. Your vagina and everything your body does is for itself. Like. When you drink water, yes, you drink your water, but if you drink too much water, you will strip your body of all your natural stuff that you need to have inside of it. Like people that, I'm doing a cleanse. Your body cleanses itself. Mm-hmm. Your vagina cleanses itself. Mm-hmm. It cleanses itself. Period. Like, there's nothing else you have to do.
You just got that good pH.
Right. There's nothing else you have to do. You take your probiotics a day, you drink your water, you keep your electrolytes up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you add some collagen to your goddamn diet. People worried about doing the wrong things. You know what I mean? Okay. That stuff is a waste of money. Okay. I would never go to nobody's shop and sit on nobody's unsanitary toilet to make my vagina do nothing because what comes out of your vagina is not because it was in there and needed to come out. It's because of that shit that you're sitting on, causing your vagina to have this discharge from that. So, yeah, stuff come out, but it's because it was caused by that. Not because your body never did it. Women will say, I've never had it happen. And you wouldn't if you wouldn't have sit on that pot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, just let your shit be natural. When you do crazy different things, that's when your pH get messed up. You know, when you're doing crazy things, your pH get all over the place.
Yeah, like, dealing with different men's and them, your pH go crazy.
I mean, not just different men, but doing like dumb stuff. You know, like it's so many reasons because everybody, like women have bacteria inside of them, a certain amount of bacteria. When you either use a douche. Because you could be doing good things, not just sleeping with men. If you use a douche, like, I'm going to use a douche, your pH will get off. Now you got a whole nother problem. You know what I'm saying? Just let your body do what it needs to do naturally. Right. Take a probiotic, drink some water, keep your electrolytes in, and add some goddamn collagen. Poof, that's all you need to do. If you want to do Kegels, you're doing Kegels because you're already tight or you're already swimming away. And you want to grip on that thing. You want a nigga to be like, let my shit go, nigga. That's why you do Kegels. You don't do Kegels because you think you do because then they're going to be like, yo, you pulling me. Let me go.
I need you to work that out just before I even get to you. I need you to be doing that. I need you to be
just, let me go.
Yo, let me. Like you gotta. Yo, I need you. Listen, listen. If you could do your Kegels, I'm not saying go get vaginal rejuvenation, but The Kegels is one thing that you can choose to do normally for just in case you meet the dude that you really want to be with. This is not just for the fuckboy. This is for the future dude that is going to come and he can be like, oh, damn, she got kids. All right, fuck it, I still hit. What the fuck is this? And then he's like, oh, she different one. You know what I mean? It's just all about it's all about the stuff you do before you meet me. Not be like, oh no, you gotta like it anyway, even if it's blah blah blah. Like you gotta still deal with it. It's like, no, baby, just as long as you know it's like I've been doing Kegels, I've been doing that. And you know for a fact your thing is on point. So you know that he's that's how you know for a fact when you don't have to blame yourself or it's like, yo, I gripped that shit, he couldn't even come out. I don't even know why he's acting up. He on some sucker shit, and you could easily get over somebody. Easily. You don't even have to double think because you know you've been doing your Kegels, you've been just staying right, you just been using your little rows or whatever, and you just been dealing with that shit. You're not going crazy, you're just chilling. And then when this nigga finally meet you, he could be like, oh, hey. He'd be like, hey. And then you're looking at him, you'd be like, oh, you who I've been waiting for. Ooh. Like, just think about it. You've been doing Kegels for like 50 years, right? Just waiting for the right man. And then you meet the right man. I'm not saying just waiting for the right. You probably you got head at some point, because I know you be just getting head sometimes and you just be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not ready. And like... I know girls be doing that. Like, I'm not ready. I'm on my period. I'm on my rag. I'm so sorry. I was just eating you out for 45 minutes. Then came out. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm all right. Huh?
That's still a pH check for guys, too. They be like, let me go in there and smell it.
Yo, oh, no. The pH check for me is just like, you go down, you kissing. This is the pH check. Because you gonna check your own pH, motherfucker. I'll be like... Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, that feel good, right? Right? Oh, what's that on your head? What's that on your head? And if she goes, what's that? That's you.
Oh, that's bad.
That's you. But for some reason, most of us don't be smelling that shit. They be like, I'm like, ugh.
Not.
No, because I'm trying to make you smell what like that's how I know it's either it's a stinky or it's not. It's like if you do that, you go, oh, I'm like, oh, okay, then I'ma smell it, and you're like, oh, okay, it was water. But then you do it, you be like, you trying to avoid it. I put it in, you put it on her face. She's like, oh, you be like, you nasty bitch. You nasty. You try to get, you be like, she's like, You be like, why? You smell yourself, you be like, damn. Damn. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, man, we terrible. How long we been on here? We've been on here for, oh, shit. It's going on 1 hour and 30. Shit, this is going to be a long-ass video. I wonder if they put could you put longer videos on? I don't know. But I did record it through OBS, so this is going to be fire. So, thank you. Do you have any, like, shout-outs you want to give, or do you have anything coming up that you want to, like, tell the people about?
Well, of course, I want to give a shout out to the podcast I'm on, the Late Night Flight. We on Instagram, the Late Night Flight podcast. Okay, we got the Pod Bingers on YouTube. Talk My Credo with Dante Credo. That's his Instagram. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to that platform because you know you've been on it, and you know vice versa. So you know it's like we all gonna create our content. We coming up on our 100th episode. So everybody keep an eye out for that.
That is what's up. Congrats on the 100th episode. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it might be an artist. I believe it's going to be like artist performance. So, of course, we're going to be in contact with you, too. So.
Oh, you know how I give it up. I'm going to set up the whole stage over here. I'm going to wild out on y'all. You gonna feel it. I'm with it. So, yo, everybody, welcome. Stay good. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you already know what the deal is, you gotta put it in the comments. So let's see. Do you feel like Kegels is important? Do you feel like the trick is the trick right? Because that is that wrong? Let me know if it's wrong to just do that and just be like, hey, what's that on your face? And if she go like this, is that a sign? Like, let me know. But until then, stay feminine, stay masculine, but love each other. You heard? Have a good one, and we gonna talk soon.